What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Dallas gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about ranked. So let's head over and let's talk about it. So, ranked in Rogue Company. We finally get some type of rewards for actually grinding out ranked. We also finally get some type of leaderboard system for people that currently are grinding out ranked. And what has that netted me as a player and my experience in ranked so far? It has been a very miserable, unenjoyable experience in ranked thus far. So let's talk about placement matches. Once you get a placement, which it placed me and my friends that I was playing ranked with in Silver 2, I believe it was, or Silver 3, somewhere around there. Then it releases you into the world of ranked, and it allows you to play ranked to your heart's content in whatever fashion that you want to play it, whether it be demolition or strikeout. Now, in theory, the way that ranked is technically supposed to work, at least from my understanding, is like once you get placed, you are supposed to be playing with people on a very similar skill level as you. For example, if it placed me in Silver 2, then I should be playing against people that are in Bronze 1, Silver, all the way up to Gold 4 or 5, right? That would give a nice mixture of like less experienced, similar experience, and more experienced players. And as you progress through this rank system, then those requirements shift as you level up, right? So if I leveled from Silver 2 up to Gold 5, then the lowest cap of it should be like Silver 1 to 3. Then you should have like Silver 3 to Gold 3 as like that middle ground, and then Gold 1 to what, Platinum 5, Platinum 4 would be the higher end of that spectrum. And it should move you as you progress up through the ranks. That doesn't seem to be happening. It seems to be a crapshoot mixed bag of nonsense that we continuously play against over and over again. Well, there's a couple of reasons for this. First of all, I'm playing in a party with my friends, right? I play Rogue Company with my friends 90% of the time. So Rogue and the matchmaker sees that, oh, you're playing with your friends. So it falsely inflates your rank from being somewhere in like a Silver 2 to 3 category up to like Gold, if not Platinum 2 or 3, because you're playing with people and you're going to be better because you're a team and you're going to be able to exploit the game in a way to where it's like, oh, you're 4 stacking against a bunch of solo queuers, you're naturally going to be better. And to an extent, I agree with that. If you're going to artificially inflate it, that's fine. I shouldn't be consistently playing against Platinum, Diamond, and Rogue players whenever I'm playing with a group of people. No, it should be taking all of our skills into account. And if it's going to artificially inflate it, that's fine. But artificially inflate it up to like Gold 2 or Gold 3, as opposed to artificially inflating it up to Platinum or Diamond, right? That's crazy. Why should I and everybody else be punished for wanting to play the game with your friends? And that's what it feels like. Ranked feels like a punishment when you are 4 stacking. And you can tell, like a lot of these people that's already made it to Rogue, not all of them, but a lot of them, they 4 stack with the sweatiest people that they can find, right? That is where like it breaks up the matchmaking, because they apply that logic. Okay, if you're going to 4 stack with a bunch of demons, a bunch of sweaty people that make it to Rogue every season, then yeah, it should artificially inflate it up to where it needs to be. Whereas me and my friends, we don't take this game too seriously, and we're not playing it competitively. We're just trying to drop in to have a good time, but it's applying that same logic of the 4 stack sweaty people to us, the non-sweaty people, the more casual wanting to try the ranked experience out, and it's making a bad experience for us. So you get punished for playing with your friends. Okay, that's topic number 1. Topic number 2, we have the current queuable location conundrum, is what I'm going to call it, where I play on East Coast servers, right? We normally don't play ranked until later into the night, somewhere between 10 p.m. and 12 a.m., somewhere in that ballpark. And because we play at such a late hour, and because of the amount of people that aren't playing in ranked at that moment, it's trying to find us a balanced match with this inflated rank, because we're 4 stacking, and the only equal that it can find us is people in higher ranks, right? So essentially what it's doing to kind of dumb it down is we're force stacking. It's artificially inflating what our actual rank is because we're force stacking. And since there's not a lot of people queuing at that time, it can only put us up against people that are queuing that are much higher of a rank than we are. We are being punished because we don't have the luxury of being able to queue during normal hours, right? So we can offset this by queuing in other time zones such as West Coast, right? Because from where I'm currently located, if we go to California, it's 3 hours behind me, right? So if we queue at 10 p.m., then that would essentially be queuing in West Coast at 7 p.m., which, okay, that's prime time Rogue Company, right? But you're queuing into a time zone that you're having to like bounce back and forth between. So inevitably you're having to deal with like input latency and server lag. So do you want a balanced match with lag and input latency, or do you want an imbalanced match, but the game is running where it needs to run? See what I'm saying? Lastly, they shut ranked off for 3 weeks because people were doing placement matches and it was putting them in bronze 5. Now, 90% of the people that I've seen where they've actually placed at when they do the placement matches are putting them in like silver 2, silver 3, some gold 5, but most people are like high silver, low gold. What's the difference? Okay, ranked has been re-enabled for, at this point, 2 weeks, and we already have people at rogue. So realistically, if you put everybody in bronze 5 right out of the gate, then they would definitely be rogue and beyond by now, even if they had to grind from bronze 5 all the way up until rogue. So essentially they did a soft reset of everyone's ranked MMR. They did it the first time, it placed everybody in bronze. They decided to disable it, go in there and say, well, don't put everybody in bronze, put them in silver. At least then they won't be as mad if they're in silver than they were when they were in bronze. So just place everybody, just sprinkle them on this landscape of like silver 5 to gold 2 or gold 3, somewhere in that ballpark. And that's exactly what it feels like happened. And that's exactly what I think that they did. So basically they did the soft reset on the MMR. So that, coupled with the other 2 topics that I've talked about, has thrown the matchmaking system in a complete tizzy because you have people that are finishing their placement matches today that are traditionally rogue players, and since they're not getting placed where they need to be placed at from their placement matches, they are getting thrown into games with people like me. So it's all a cycle. It all feeds into a miserable ranked experience so far. And I think I've come all the way full circle back to like, I don't care anything about these cosmetics. I don't care about getting on the top, whatever leaderboard. I don't care about reaching rogue. I care nothing about any of that. What I do like is the picks and draft system. I do like that a ton. I like the band system. I like the pistol round. I enjoy the things that make ranked. When it comes down to the way that matchmaking and everything else works, it is just a terrible experience, or at least it has been in my point. I already know a lot of people are like, okay, well, if you were really good, then you could grind through rank this, that, and the other. You're right. If I really wanted to, I could go in there and I could either solo or duo queue, and I could just play the game all ranked all the time and just play the game whenever the highest player count is supposed to be and just grind through ranked that way. I could eventually get to wherever I wanted to at that point, but I don't have that luxury. I would have to move around so many things in my life and do so many things in my life completely different in order to be able to achieve that. And like all this kind of funnels right back to like, it's just a mixed bag of like, you never know what you're going to get. And everybody in ranked right now is super sweaty because everybody wants to get those rewards. And at the end of the day, like, that's not the Rogue Company experience that I'm looking for. For all the people out there that are grinding rank and they've got rogue and all this kind of stuff, more power to you, hats off to you. It really doesn't mean anything to me. Like if someone's like, I reach rogue rank, it doesn't mean anything. I don't care. It doesn't mean anything. I'm just reporting my experience so far, and also kind of, creating this video to bring awareness out there. If you have to queue in like a weird time to play ranked, then you may want to try queuing in another server, but also be aware that queuing in these other servers could lead to input latency, server lag, things like that. So be aware of that. Also, if you force stack and play with your friends, unless your friends are like absolute demons, it's probably going to net you a worse experience than solo or duo queuing. Like, it's almost better to take the randos in ranked than it is to queue with your friends, because at least when you do that, it doesn't artificially inflate your ranked to put you way outside of your class. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on ranked? What are your thoughts on where you place that? Do you feel like the game is artificially inflating your ranked whenever you are partying up with your friends? Do you think that that should be something that absolutely happens? Do you feel like you should be punished for playing with your friends? Do you feel like you should be punished because you have responsibilities and other things in your life that don't allow you the opportunity to queue at these priority times? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys. They're all in the mid.
Lips is behind us. Oh, I just saw her run away. I actually saw her. Here they come behind.
What the fuck?
You fucking mook. Mook! Right in front of me. Right here! He's fucking...
Open for business.
Moving up. Oh.
You stuck him.
Grab it with feet.
That dagger hole.
Yeah.
Back. Oh shit.
Glimpse is in here.
Right around me.
She's down.
She's in here.
She's down.
Okay.
I see four.
I heard the bitch.
Arm the bomb. Defend it. Enemies
Bleed him.
eliminated.
I'm revealed.
Arrow. What? Whoa! Glimpse is close.
Alright.
I hear glimpse.
Another contract.
I hear glimpse. Never mind.
You're welcome for the distraction. Sure.